Hiya guys, it's Sammy Al-Sawadi with you again, this time on one of my personal favourite topics, the Mint Economies. In it, you can see my other videos on the related pine economies and developed and developing economies.
The Mint Economies are Mexico, Indonesia, Nigeria and Turkey.
Termed by Jim O'Neill of Bloomberg, the same economist who coined the brick economies at Goldman Sachs. Some of the factors that tie
the mints together, other than their cool and fresh taste,
is that all of them, bar Turkey, are commodity producers, critical in a time where much of industrializing Asia needs fuel and raw materials. They all have young, working populations, ensuring a large and cheap supply of labour, and, bar Nigeria, have advantageous locations on the map. Mexico is the link between the US and South America, close to Brazil. Indonesia is at the hub of Southeast Asia, and within close proximity to China. And Turkey is at the centre between the Eastern and Western worlds.
They all have large and growing incomes per capita, with the most impressive, in red, Nigeria's, increasing sevenfold from 2000 to 2012, and the least growth in income, in yellow, Mexico's was just over 50%.
At current estimates, Mexico will have a higher GDP per capita than all but 3 EU countries by 2050. Mexico is the world's 10th largest oil producer, and their electronics industry grew by 20% from 2010 to 2011, making it the 6th largest in the world. In addition to oil, Mexico is also the world's largest silver producer. Indonesia has the world's 4th biggest population after China, India and the USA, at just over 250 million. In 2013, their FDI increased by 17%, and growth is predicted to be around 6% in the next few years. Even though their growth rates in the past few years have been promising,
they have begun to slow down. In 2013, their economy grew by 5.8%, below 6% for the first time since 2009, and the Indonesian Central Bank have revised their 2014 prediction growth rate down to 5.15%.
Some argue that this slowdown is due to a ban on exporting Indonesian raw materials enforced in January 2014. Nigeria's GDP increased by 89% when they revised their economic indicators, overtaking South Africa as the continent's largest economy. And over the last decade, Nigeria's growth has averaged 7%. Nigeria, whose 37 billion barrels of oil accounts for around 40% of their GDP, has also gained from large and growing industries such as finance and the fastest growing telecommunications industry in the world. Nigeria are predicted to have the highest average GDP growth rate in the world between 2010 and 2050. However, Nigeria also have their problems, such as terrorism, including the recent acts of Boko Haram, widespread and rife corruption in their government, with their first fully democratic elections being held in only 2011, poor infrastructure and education, which will require years of focusing their supply-side policies, and frequent power shortages due to lack of availability and cost of energy. A country with a population of 170 million users, the same amount of energy as 1.5 million citizens of the UK. In 2010, Turkey had the third fastest growing economy in the world, at 10.3%, higher than China. Construction accounts for 6% of the Turkish economy and added to related industries such as energy, steel and timber, 30%. It is home to the world's fastest growing airline company, Turkish Airlines. However, to ensure that their growth remains strong or progresses, Turkey must plan that their Muslim faith doesn't interfere with their ability to integrate with the Western world. People shouldn't view the Mint Economies as an absolute, as there are many other acronyms, including the Pines,
the Herbs,
and the Wicked Economies. In it is important to note that most countries, even ones with initials that don't fit into catchy acronyms, also have their advantages and drawbacks. That's me on the Mint Economies. Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, give it a like. If you liked this video a lot, subscribe to my channel. If you have any questions or arguments related to this video, pop them in the comments section below, and I'll be happy to tackle them. If you have any feedback or suggestions, including topics that you'd like to see from me in the future, pop them in the comments section below. Thank you, and take care.